Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is something a little bit different. I posted on my Instagram to see who wanted to see a craft stash organisation type video, and loads of you said yes. So I'm sorry if the setup isn't great, but it's the best I can do at the moment. So I wanted to make sure I got everything in shot, so I'm on the floor. So hopefully you can see everything from where you are. This idea is from Craft Purge. She stores all of her, I don't know if it's like seasons or I can't remember, but a lot of her stuff in these kind of storage boxes inside these pockets, and these are labelled. So that's what I'm going to do, but this box is just going to be for my Christmas craft stuff. This box is a really useful box from Hobbycraft. I think it is 35 litres. I'll leave a link down below for you. I got 2 of these for £20, I think, and I got them because they fit the pouches in. They only fit this way though. I was hoping they would fit this way. They are the tiniest bit too big, so they're gonna have to go this way. Then to go in here, I picked up loads of these A4 clear document wallets. These ones are from The Works. I got a set of, I think it was 24 for £5, I believe. Yeah, it would have been 6. I think it was 5 in the bundle. So there's just 4 in each of these, and they just look exactly like that. And then to put the labels on these, I got this Dynamo Letra tag. I think that's how you say that. This one is from Aldi. Again, I'll link it down below for you. It was £14.99. And then I've got the white plastic tape in there, which was from Amazon. I'll link that as well. I have pre-printed some labels, not all of them because I'm not entirely sure of all the different categories yet. I did go ahead and write, let me just grab it, a sort of list. So I looked through the boxes really quickly, and this is sort of what I came up with. I've got 24 little boxes, and then, well, pouches, and then obviously all the things I'm thinking of putting in. These might change because obviously I'm not sure how much of each thing I've got. So my plan is to label the pouches that I already have stickers for. I guess I could show you how to do one of the stickers, so I'll do that first. One of the ones I haven't printed is bows. So this is really easy to use. Literally type it in, press the print button. You can change the font and things like that, but it comes with all the instructions in the box. And then press this to cut it, and that is it. So hoping you can see that because you're quite far away, but yeah, bows like that, and then it's adhesive when you peel these bits off, and then it's just fantastic to go on the little envelope. Like I said, I'm using the plastic tape, so hopefully it will last a bit longer. They do paper tape, which is what it came with, but like I said, I want this one to last a bit longer. So I am going to speed this up, I think, and put it to music because I'm not sure how long this is going to take, and I don't have that much to talk about. It's just sort of organising stuff into pouches. So I will label the ones I've already done, and then I might come back to you, or I might just start organising. So that is those 9 labelled. Obviously I've got a lot more left as well. I have put the lid on this box so I've got a bit of a desk to work on. I'm going to start with this pile, I think, and then move on to this box. There are some things that I'm not so sure about. So I've got things like these charms. I know they would go in here, but I don't know whether they'd be better in like an embellishment box. So I might put those to the side and see at the end. But things like, so these are envelopes. I'm sure I have a thing for those. There you go. They will just go in there like that, in their packaging if they fit. If not, I'll take them out, I'm not too bothered. Yeah, and then they'll just go in this box. I'm not sure how many extra labels I have to print. I'm just looking at my sheet, sorry. But obviously you'll see me as I go along. So I'm going to work on this pile and then I will start on this box. Right, now I've skipped quite a lot forward because my camera battery died, so I couldn't sort of leave it all over the lounge. So I got rid of the small box that I was doing, and the other one that I pointed out to you guys might have been this one, I'm not entirely sure. But I stopped as soon as I realised that the battery had died, so I've still got quite a bit to organise, which I will do with you guys. The other things that I've got to do, I've got quite a few 6x6 paper pads. I've got loads of these actually, I really need to use some of those up. And I've got sequins which are in these pots rather than in pouches. I think I'm going to find somewhere separate to put these two things. I know I can store the 6x6 pads, let me just remind all of this, down the side of this box so down here, when it's actually going away for the end of the Christmas craft season. But I don't want them in here for when I'm crafting with them. I just think it will be messy and I won't know where they are. So I need a storage solution for these. I've got my normal 6x6 pads in a box that I keep on my desk. So I might just pop them at the front of that, or I might put them in my Raskog, something like that. The sequins, I don't really know what to do with these, so if anyone's got any suggestions on how to store sequins, like seasonal ones, let me know. I might just put those on the shelf behind my desk, to be honest, and then have the ones that are in the flatter pouches in an envelope in here. The other issue I ran into, I've got loads and loads and loads of 3D pieces. So I've got loads of this fake snow. I've got some of these little trees. The snowflake, let me grab one out. Whoop. These snowflake decorations that I embellish and send to people. Obviously these will take up loads of room in here. Luckily enough, they seem to fit nicely in this box. This is an old gift box from Paperchase and I just loved this pattern, so I kept hold of this. So they are going to live in there because I don't mind having this one and this box, but I don't want to take up a huge amount more space than that because obviously I do have to store it for at least 3/4 of the year. So I want to make sure I've got not loads and loads and loads of boxes. So that is sort of solved, it's not really a problem. The one that I was going to talk to you about, which I think is in here, is ribbon. Now I've got three pouches left empty. I've got some ideas for those that I'll tell you in a second. Ribbon. I have got so many of these giant spools of ribbon. A lot of these were half price and things after Christmas. I know my mum picked me up loads and I got a few from my sisters and things when they saw them. So I was going to store my ribbon in one of the envelopes in here, as you guys saw, but I don't really want to take it all off of these rolls. I feel like it's a bit of a huge task and it will crease all of the ribbon, which I don't really want. So I've got these rolls of it, and then I've got these ones which are already folded. These are the ones with the wire at the edges. These could probably go in this box, but again, they're really quite thick and I don't want them to bend everything else out of shape. So I would be really interested to know how you guys store your ribbon from your Christmas stash. Let me know in the comments, because ribbon, 6x6 paper pads and sequins that are in sort of pots and things, I need some suggestions for. So let me know if you've got any ideas for those. These bits are just Christmas things, like Christmas craft supplies for my niece, so I don't need those in my stash. These are the other sort of things that I've got in there. These I would store with ribbon. They are star tinsel, so I use these to make wreaths. I actually got some of these from my good friend Miranda, I think it was, last year. She made me an absolute bunch of these cute little wreaths, which are living in here at the moment. I think I might take these out and put them in my like received embellishments, which is one of my categories in here, but for now that's what they came in. That was a fabulous idea, so I might actually reuse that to gift to someone this year. So yeah, that's what those are for, but I would store that with ribbon. So for now I think I'm going to leave the things that I've got not a problem with but no idea where to store in this box, and then the other bits that are in here can come out and go into here. So these are some cute little things I got sent last year. I got sent some really gorgeous items. This is another one that I got sent last year. They're lovely. I just don't know what to do with them. I don't want to keep them up all year round, although I know a lot of people do that. So I might get a box together of things that I display in my craft room seasonally. That's probably what I'll do with those. I have decided that I need an envelope for tissue paper. It turns out I have a crazy amount of Christmas themed tissue paper, so that is one that I need to change. I think I'm going to swap the ribbon and trim one out. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's what I can. And then the other thing I've got are these Christmas charms. These ones will go, I've got, where is it? I'm not sure it is. I'll try and find it to show you later on. Just a box of all different 3D Christmas bits. So they will probably go in there. So they won't go in this one, but they've got somewhere to live. So this one is going to house the sequins that have no home at the moment. What on earth are these things? Just some random bits in the bottom there. And the paper pads. That is where I'm going to leave all the bits that don't have a home for now. Obviously I will find them homes shortly, so I'm not too worried about that. So these two boxes can mind out of the way. There you go. I know this box is still full of stuff to sort, and then I've got all of these bits. This is another gorgeous little piece that I got sent. These have all been labelled now. Let me turn it around and show you. This is another bag of embellishments and things. So actually that might be a good one for seasonal sequins. It's too small for ribbon, but I think sequins would fit in there, so that might be my suggestion, my solution, sorry, for those. So these are what I've come up with so far. I've got words and sentiments. Those are stickers, die cuts, all sorts, anything that sort of says Merry Christmas or that you would stick on as a word sticker. I have got Christmas tags, 3D stickers, so anything from puffy stickers, foam stickers, that sort of thing. Another 3D stickers, because it turns out I have got so many of those, it is ridiculous. Just flat Christmas stickers, stamps. I have actually also got dies in here, so there was a few that I wanted to add to that. Really I should add as I go through, that would make much more sense. She says after she's lost what she was looking for. Right, I've got a bit disorganised here. Let me find those dies. There they are. Yeah, they wouldn't be far. So these are 2 little mini dies. These I'm going to put in with my stamps because I've got quite a few stamp sets that come with dies. So it's just easier to put those in there. I might add and dies on there. I have just got, that is not in alphabet, yeah it is. I have just put these in alphabetical order purely so it's easy for me to find things, but obviously that's not a huge priority if you don't mind that. This one is full of shaker stickers. We didn't really have many shaker stickers in the UK last year, and I think I mentioned it on my Instagram or something. So many of my pen pals were kind enough to send me tons of them. So this year you can fully expect shaker elements on everything that I make. They go in there. Scrap paper, obviously there's not a huge amount in here at the moment because I haven't really started Christmas crafting, but that's where that will live. I have got the Santa Baby collection in here. I've got quite a few more pieces of this, but I think they are all in a big 12 by 12 Ziploc bag with the papers. So I'm going to move all of the other sort of elements in here and just keep the papers in the paper rack. That's that one. This one is ribbon and trim. How sad and lonely is this little piece of trim? So I'm definitely going to take him out of there. I don't think this is the best place to store ribbon. It's already very full up, and obviously a lot of this stuff is quite flat, so hopefully this should just peel off. Yep, easy. So that will just peel off. I will keep this to see if I can find somewhere else to store that. And then this one I'm going to change to tissue paper. I've already got it set up to the size, etc. that it was on here. This has actually got some really cool features. You can put sort of borders on the words and things, which looks really lovely, but I've gone for just basic for this one. Cut that, take that off. Those ones in packs, so it doesn't matter as much, but it's good for these that I've sort of got odd sheets left of. It keeps them protected as well, so that's handy. There you go. Ooh. Try and spread them out a bit so that it doesn't get too fat at one end. Project Life cards. So these, I haven't used Project Life cards for ages, so this year I think I'm going to make a point of using lots of these. I am doing December Daily, so hopefully I can use quite a few in that. And I've seen people use them as background cards for embellishments, so that's an idea for those as well. I have got my Felicity Jane wallet, which is totally empty because I believe, really need to mind all of this out of the way. I believe it is in this Felicity Jane box. It's not completely full of Felicity Jane stuff, but I just love the box, so there is so much stuff in here. Here we go, it's all this side. I have actually got a Felicity Jane haul linked on the channel. My sister actually went and lived in America last year for the year, so she managed to grab me quite a few of these bits, which I was crazy excited about because I've loved Felicity Jane forever, but the postage to the UK is just incredibly expensive, so I've never managed to grab anything before, but you can see on that haul all of the bits and pieces that I managed to get my hands on. These are all the Joy collection, I believe. I think this was either a Black Friday sale or like a moving sale. I think I did 2 hauls, one from each. So I'm not sure which ones these are, but I will link both down below for you if you want to check those out. I just love all of their designs. I mean, how gorgeous are those chipboard pieces? These rubber charms. I've never actually worked with rubber charms, so I'm excited to use those. I think I'm going to try and use them in my December Daily this year. Try and use quite a lot of this collection. These are the sort of colours I'm going for, so close that up. Luckily enough that fits quite well in there. If I find anything else I can pop it in, but for now that can go back in. See, we are getting quite tight in here now. I mean, when I started these were all falling over. They literally took up like this much space, but these are getting very full now. This is 3D Elements, so I've got loads of different, you know, pom-poms, wood veneers, bows, that sort of thing in there. there's quite a lot more of those to add as well. I did buy 2 of these boxes. I was planning on using one for Christmas and one for something else, but I am tempted to just use the 2 for Christmas, and then I could put the sort of problem bits that I don't know where to store in the empty part of the other box, if that makes any sense. So depending on how much more I've got to add to these, I might do that and you guys will see me do it. I've got ephemera, so these are packs that I have bought, or like little die cut topper packs, and ones that I've cut on my Cricut. This one is from ages ago, so that's those. This is collected ephemera, so these are things that people have sent me. I've got cards, tags, little squares of gift wrap that I want to use in December Daily. I tried to do December Daily last year, I completely failed, so some of those will probably go in the bin and some of them I will use this year. Then I have got embellishments that I was sent, which is totally empty because they are mostly in here. These are some gorgeous little rosettes from Snail Mail Fairy. I'm sure you guys will know who she is, but I will link her down below for you. She makes some gorgeous things. So this kind of thing would go in here. I'm sure I can find some others if I look around, but I think I'll do the rest of the organising on fast forward. So these are embellishments that I was sent. This one is embellishments that I have made. So these ones are all ready to go out this year. Just ones that I had left over from swaps and stuff last year. And I'll put them in there as I make them. See, they're far too squashed for my liking. This is envelopes, so these are like particularly Christmas themed ones. I'm also planning on adding in these sort of things. So these are from a swap that I got last year and they're gorgeous. So I don't see why I can't reuse those. So they will go in there and they will be reused this year for different pen pals. In front of that I have got chipboard, which I've just pulled open, oops. Loads of the Snow Cool range from last year. I've got some like Studio Calico bits and that in here from years ago. So that's chipboard, which is taking up a heck of a lot of space, to be honest. This won't close. Chipboard. Then in front of that I have bows, which again, it's something I don't really want to get squished, so another reason why I might split this out. And then alphas and numbers at the front. So those are the categories I've got so far. I do think I'm actually going to split this into 2 boxes. So I'm going to stick you on fast forward now, organise the rest of this, and I will come back to you at the end. I've actually managed to fit in this box much more than I thought. So I've got the little Brussels sprout box in there, the paper pads sit on top of that quite nicely. I've got the charms in here for now, but I know they won't live there. I've got all of the ribbon down the side here. I will only put in this box like the actual Christmas themed ribbon. I mean, these ones have got some plain ones, but that's just because they're part of a set. But I won't bother putting like just reds and greens and that sort of thing in here. It will only be the Christmas ones. So that actually fits quite nicely. And then I've got the space for the 5, I was going to say 4. 5 back there. These sequins won't stay here. My plan, this is actually is it a makeup bag? Yeah, makeup bag that my mum got me for Christmas last year, and she filled it with a bunch of Christmas goodies. So I haven't looked through these for ages actually, because I knew they were all Christmas themed. I sort of left them in here for this year. But oh, so I'm going to grab those out, and then this bag I'm planning on having my Christmas sequins in, because it would just be easier to put on and off of the desk. So they fit quite nicely in there, and then obviously, I mean, they're contained, so it doesn't really matter if they're laying down or standing up. And then there's some glitter and snow pouches that she got me. That's all different ones of those from Hobbycraft last year. I've got these last few bits to put away and then I am finished. So I've still got, how many of these? 1, 2. I've still got 2 of those, which I think will live in the back of here because there is a bit of space if I need it. Sorry, I'm not sure where I got up to. I got cut off. I am sick of this camera today, but I am finally finished. So in this box I have got the pegs in this little pouch. I've got the box with the 3D bits and bobs in it. I've got the ribbon, these charms that will go somewhere else, and this ephemera that will be put into a flat CD case and popped into the other box. I've got envelopes, stamps, tissue paper, Felicity Jane, pipe cleaners, and then the 2 spare little envelopes. So this will go nicely in there. This bag has just got my Christmas themed sequins. I'm sure there are loads more in my sequin box, so that can also live in there. There we go. So that's one completely finished. And then I have got the lid for this one, it's just not on me right this second. And then this one I have got all of the ones that I went through with you earlier. If you guys want to see a proper look through at what is in every single one of the envelopes in this box and this one and the Brussels sprout box as well, I'd be happy to film that for you. I'm going to do it separately because this is crazy long already, I think, so it will have to be separate. But let me know in the comments if you'd like to see what's in each of these. I know some people like that, some people don't, so let me know and I'll know whether to film that or not. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching to the end. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. Until next time, bye!